Okay, what I'm going to say today is about, have you felt the divine goddess or God before? See, they're like the stars in the sky. They're like one of the same. They're one. You know what I mean? The oneness is real. But what I'm saying is that I'm going to say my testimony for all the times in my life where I felt God with me. Certain days where you have a really good day, that could be God with you. You feel the presence of like the source creator, the spirit of life within you and all around you. If everything, you notice everybody having a good day that day. That's when certain faculties of light and heaven are on earth. So what I'm trying to say is that if you have a day where you're crying out, you know what I mean? Because I've had this before where I was crying out so hard, it felt like the whole world's emotions were on my back. And as like, Adam, the first man, it felt like I was going through what Adam went through when he has to take the burdens for mankind. Um, when I went through that initial crying phase through that, it was years ago. This was years ago. But I remember crying so hard that one day that it felt like my heart was going to stop. It was so miserable. It felt like, hell, what that could feel like. I was going through so much processing, so much pain. But guess what? My grace from my crying was there. God was there. And it like the universe was feeling bad for me. And I could feel it. And I felt bad for myself. But I just went through it. And I had that grace, that crying, you know what I mean? And it's, okay, these are standards of universal laws. Like, when we go through stuff and process stuff, and then when it's our time, we go through all these mechanisms because it's within confines of the oneness that's real. God goes through things to heal itself. God goes through things to fix itself. Like we as a people, like have you ever like went through your life and you were having a sort of time where you were thinking to yourself and then you known all these answers to things and these information will just come to you and it will inspire you. Like I remember I had so many experiences with information and stuff like this. I was having in Moorhead, I was dreaming, but I was awake. I was in the dream realm, but also I was awake in my physical body, aware of my body, this world. I was in two places at once. I was in this world, laying down in the physical body, aware of my body. Also, I was in the two worlds. I was in that world and the other dream world, and there was like ETs, extraterrestrial spaceships. I was in a huge, what do they call them? Space station, huge space station, and it was crazy. Like, and then I woke up and I made a podcast about it. I said, "Oh my gosh, God is real." Wait till I tell everybody about my experience that I had. And I posted this on Facebook a couple years ago when I was in Moorhead, Kentucky. And I almost fell on my face, tripped up the hill. And I kept on going because I was so motivated. When God motivates you that much to speak about your experience because it basically showed you the supernatural is real. I'm like, the supernatural real, God's real. I go, because I had that experience of being in two places at once, where I was still aware of my body, being here, and in the dream realm at once. So it was in two places at once. It was so amazing. Like, when you're aware of that, and you know that the dream realm is real, because of that fact of being in two places, because your awareness can be in two places at once, that's, oh my gosh, the oneness is real. God is real. Because it basically proved it to me. After that experience, I had such a profound experience with that. It was just so amazing. So what I'm trying to say is that other people in life had experiences and things that they went through. There's so many aspects to reality that things can happen to you. So God can do so many things in accordance to the cause and effect of, say, when you're crying, when you're giving an effort, when you're thinking a certain way, pathways in the brain that make up your day and what you're going through. Now, God can understand that of level of intelligence, give you a higher level of intelligence to get out of them sort of degrees. It's hard to explain what I'm trying to say. Like, everybody's different, but every key aspect of like the God's intelligence knows that. So it uses parts of the intelligence, like our oversouls when we go out of our body and we dream at night. We have a God level of intelligence. But this world is living through amnesia. We could be close to God all the time. Doesn't mean we always are. But we can feel God more than others, other times in our life. And this is what I'm trying to say is that, you know what I mean? This is a characteristic of life that holds all these characteristics of our beingness. And to help us get along, make it through every day. Sometimes it's a struggle in our mind. And God will know that too, to get us through that day. I remember, like, it's through hard times and good times, God's there. But certain times I notice, like, based off of if I give it 50%, it helps me get along that much more further to where I need to be. It's half our effort and half God's effort. Because we could choose to give up on ourselves. Doesn't mean that the universe will give up on us. And there's times where I've given up on myself, thinking like I could never, get what I wanted in life, and that it wasn't working out for me. But what I'm saying is that I thought about it, and I was back fighting for myself. Because of the things that happened, the universe gave me information and things upon certain things and let me understand certain things where I could give it another try. Love another try, you know what I mean? I was going to give up on love, and I gave love another try because I just couldn't give up on it because it didn't feel right anyway after a couple days with thinking like that. You know what I mean? So if we don't like where we are in life, we have to give it effort and reach out. When we get sick enough, we'll reach out to some universal power, and it'll give us strength, and it'll be waiting for us to fix that problem for ourselves. It's waiting for ourselves to be like, okay, say you're struggling through something in life. Then when you finally feel that grace and that support, because you're transitioning through helping yourself, and the universe is pushing you to it, pushing you through that right process of your brain so you can fix yourself. Because if you're always thinking negative thoughts, you can't fix yourself. The universe can help you, but if you don't think in your mind to take it to that level, you're not going to get there. It's like, it's difficult to explain. Like, this podcast, I got to make another podcast about this, because literally to explain this might take all day. Like, to explain the depths of this knowledge might take that long. What I'm trying to say, Neo worships the divine goddess. Neo worships the divine goddess. Girls, I hope you're doing amazing. Comment down below if you have any questions about anything. Because, if somebody has questions, all of a sudden, I get the thoughts of answers that pop into my head. Because of my level of intelligence, I usually can answer a lot of questions about life. Because I do have a lot of answers. But I'm not saying I'm the most knowledgeable. I have key aspects and ingredients. Other people, there's millions of other people that have key aspects and ingredients that I don't have. That's how vast God is, of what He created. You know what I mean? So, anyway, have a good day, everybody, and I hope you're doing amazing, because, like, I want things to be doing good because I know what it's like to not be doing good and to suffer and go through like the lowest of lows. I went through so many trials, but what helped me out was not giving up on myself and to realize that others do help people. Like, other people help people. Like, if there's more kind-hearted people that had a social time to be social with other people, like had a majority of time to do that and was a daily society, we talked to everybody, have the time, all the time in the world, we'd see more social interactions on a daily basis rather than not. And that would help people out because loneliness is a big factor in this world. You know what I mean? That people struggle with. So that's what we need to fix. See what I mean? Like, we need to fix the state of the world and make it a little bit better so that every time that, you know, the state of the world gets a little increased in its knowledge and its state of well-being is going to be beneficial to your health. You know what I mean? And you're going to not struggle in life and get through your days. You know, because I remember trying to get through like a day, like trying to get through a full day, and because I was going through so much spiritual battle, it was tough. It made me somewhat hard-hearted, but I rekindled my soft-heartedness. But this world can make you hard-hearted if you get attacked too much. There's just rebellion based off of cause and effect of getting attacked. And that's just what every animal does in this existence. If you get physically attacked, you got to physically defend yourself. It's just the common instinct of everything. You know what I mean? So, yep. Anyway, have a good day, everybody. All right, bye.